sort of understand from you, once you've hired like a certain talent pool, you've hired, a person with disability or thing, the idea is then to retain this talent pool is very important, because you don't want this person to then suffer a burnout or, suffer, just not have the access to everything. So what are the best practices that corporations could use, to make this more accessible, possible, retain this talent pool, develop this talent pool?
Like we've all been talking about, stop thinking of this person as a charity case. Correct. So start giving them, roles and jobs which are based on their abilities and not their disabilities. So stop giving them things that you think, oh, this one is a poor person, charity case that we have. So we need to make their life easier and give them jobs that don't really challenge them. If you give me something, my capacity is at 50, you give me something which is still 55 or 60, it'll be interesting for me to do that. But if you give me something which is at 30 or give me something which is at 100, in both those scenarios, you lose me. So you give them something which is a little more than what you think their capability is, and keep letting them prove themselves. Keep letting them, and that's what we do to normal, non-disabled people. That's what we do to everybody, that we give them something a little more than we think they can do. And that keeps them engaged, that keeps them challenged, and that keeps them wanting to work and prove themselves. So that's one. Second is creating an accessible environment, and which means there are lots of technological solutions that are available today. And most of them do enable a person with disability to work as within the confines of their disability, to really be productive and give you those outputs. So help them get those and help them make the place accessible, but don't go overboard and do their job for them. That also happens. For example, in our households, if there is one child with disability, the whole family takes on every burden for that child. The child may be hearing disabled, but the whole family will make sure that they take the plate of that child and go put it in the kitchen, and they wash up for that child, and they do everything for that child, right? So don't do that as a company as well. Just give them those tools, make it accessible for them, but don't spoon feed them. Thirdly, have the tough conversations. If you think in your head that this person can't do that, then actually talk to them about it. Ask them, talk to them, because unless you bring it out in the open, and this is something that we say for all relationships in life, right? You must talk and address the hard issues, address the elephant in the room. You think there is something wrong with them and they can't do that. Talk to them about it. Ask them if they can, ask them how you can make it easier for them. Most of the time, you will find that once you take away the shyness or the embarrassment of the disability away from the conversation, you will get a lot more productivity. So a lot of the times we're so embarrassed as people with disability of our disability and everybody else of talking to that person about their disability. It's like this huge embarrassment that we're dealing with, carrying with ourselves, and because of which these conversations never become really productive. So leave that embarrassment aside. Actually have that heart-to-heart conversation. Talk to them that I feel that you will not be able to walk, or you will not be able to talk to people like this, because that's what I think. Can you tell me if you can or not? And let that person also come back to you and tell you whether they can or not. Because 99% of the time, a solution will emerge when both of you talk about it. So I think if you do those few things, it'll be much better. And that person will also feel seen. A lot of the times people leave because they don't feel seen in the company. They don't feel appreciated, or they don't feel like anybody cares about them being there. So, when you have these hard conversations, when you try to fit them into roles and you show them that you have expectation from them, you believe in them, they will stick around.